Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. So there's been an update to the game and the version 36 is finally live. And yeah, with this update, as you can see here from the photo, the best thing is that a new complete unique tower has been finally added to the game. The tower is called Beast Handler, and yeah, that's the big new thing. There is also a new map added and some additional trophies or items, achievements, and all that stuff. So as always, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the patch notes, and yeah, I'm going to take a look at this new tower, and then I'm going to do like a separate video about the tower, just taking it into detail and trying to understand how it works. And yeah, the new key feature is the new tower. It's actually the first tower after the Druid and the Alchemist that is completely new. And yeah, it's been 5 years since we had like a complete unique tower, so that's great to know. And actually, if we move to the game, you're gonna find it right here. This tower is classified as a support tower. Now, in order to unlock it, you're gonna actually need to complete a quest. That's also another thing that has been added in this update. You can find the quest right here if you click on this monkey. And yeah, there will be 3 here. I don't know how often they're gonna be changed, like if there will be new quests like every day, or maybe once a week, or maybe once a month, or every update. I don't know. But in order to unlock this tower, you're gonna need to actually complete the tutorial. It's gonna be a little bit of tutorial with that's gonna introduce you how the tower works, because it's like the mechanics are not so easy. So that's why there is this little tutorial quest that is going to help us to understand how the tower works. And yeah, now moving back to the actual patch notes, you can see that there are the quests, as I said before, right? And yeah, these 3 beginner quests that are gonna be added at the beginning, and you can see that in future updates they will expand and they're gonna add more quests. So yeah, I don't know really if these 3 are gonna be the only ones until future updates, or if they're like once you complete them, you're gonna be accessing to new ones. As I said before, there is a new map. I'm gonna just take a look right now. The new map, it's called Polyphemus, and it's an intermediate map, as you can see it right here. And I'm gonna take a look right away on how the map works. So there is land right here. Let me see if there are some obstacles. It looks like you can't attack from the outside, you can't attack inside, and from inside you can attack outside. But there is still a pond right here. Now the pond, you can see right away that these towers are gonna cost less. They're gonna have more attack speed, and they're gonna have camo detection. So yeah, it's pretty cool that the pond has these additional buffs. And I guess like from the arrows, that the balloons are gonna come from both sides at the same time, and they're gonna just intersect each other, and then they're gonna just leak from the opposite side. So I guess it's gonna be quite standard in terms of how it works. So let me just play the first round. Yeah, the first balloon, I think it came out from the top side. I'm gonna just check again here in round 2, but I'm pretty sure it came from the top side. Yeah. So like camo balloon, round 24, round 40, round 60, round 80, and the BD are all gonna come from the top side. So once again, that's just useful information. Once again, I don't know though if something happens around 40, like if Moab class balloons are gonna follow a different path. There have been some maps in which this has happened. So like the Moabs following like a different kind of pattern. So still water towers can be placed in here at the beginning, right? All this side up here. I want to see if these trees can be moved here. Alright, so this, at least on this stage, they can be removed. Okay, so at round 6 the pool is gonna close. Alright, that's interesting. So any towers that you probably placed beforehand for this round, they will not be able to attack. Let me see if it's gonna be just one round. So round 6, round 7 also is closed. Yeah, there are different parts here of the trees that you can actually remove. I think every part where there is a wall, right? Yeah, every wall can be removed. Alright, so every wall, only the part with the wall. So these other trees are gonna still stand there, but at least we're gonna have these parts, right? And especially I think maybe here, right? Okay, so right now I wanna see how many rounds this is gonna be closed, because I find here this number here is 6. So it might be that like 6 rounds is gonna stay open and 6 rounds is gonna be stay closed. So like until round 12, it might be always closed. So that could be how it works. So 6 rounds open and then 6 rounds closed, which is pretty interesting mechanics, you know, considering that the pool has gives like additional buffs like camo detection and all, and like discount and attack speed. Alright, I just play some druids here so that I don't die right away and don't lose right away. So yeah, probably considering 6 rounds. So let's see here if the pool is gonna open. No. Okay, so if you click on it, then you can spend cash to open it up. Okay, so I guess I understand how it works. Like, right from where you unlock it, it's gonna say open 6 rounds. Then, after 6 rounds, it's gonna close forever. And you're gonna need to spend cash to open it up. The first time is gonna be free. And then as you keep on playing, it's gonna be more and more expensive, right? Round 16 actually closed, so it closed sooner, right? It only stayed like for 3 rounds, right? I think it stayed open for just 3 rounds. I'm gonna open it right now at the beginning of round 17, so I can count how many rounds it's gonna stay open. So it was 1 round, this is gonna be 2. This is 3. Okay, 3 rounds. Yeah, that's 4 rounds now. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. Now this is gonna be 6 rounds. And now it stays open. Yeah, I don't understand the mechanics. It might be that once you start spending cash on it, it's gonna stay open like 4 more rounds, right? And now it's gonna get closed. So after 8 rounds, it closed down. And yeah, next time it's gonna be 1,000 cash to open it up. So yeah, I don't really know the mechanics, you know, in how many rounds it's gonna stay open compared to how much you spend. But yeah, this is the new map, so it's pretty interesting. And now let's go back to the patch notes. Here we go. And yeah, other than the new map, no new achievements, trophies or items, and yeah, just the usual stuff with the contested territory and all the stuff. So yeah, now going through the back fixes here, all the stuff, and let's go to the balance changes. So once again, we've been playing this game for like almost 5 years, and still there are some huge changes to the towers being reworked or being nerfed or buffed. And for the monkey in this case, there are some buffs to range, more range, and then price has been reduced. For the boomerang, the top path now is going to completely ignore obstacles, like the glaive ricochet. So that's huge, It's going to be less expensive, it's going to have more pierce, and it's going to increase the jump distance. So that's a ton of buffs to the 3rd upgrade. There is only just a slight debuff to the 4th upgrade. You can see that now the jumping distance has been reduced. So yeah, that's just the only thing, but other than that, it's all buffs everywhere. Glaber also has been reduced cost, and yeah, attack shooter, unfortunately a nerf here on attack speed. It's gonna have less attack speed now, the 2nd upgrade, and you're gonna gain an additional 20% attack speed with the third upgrade in the top. So yeah, that's just the change. Ice Monkey, once again, that's weird. Like the slow is gonna be less, and then it's gonna be once again at 60% with absolute zero, so with the tier 5, and more Pierce here with icicles. Glue Gunner, once again, the last update there were a lot of changes to the top and to the bottom, 4th and 5th upgrade, and now they're just keep on adapting. And you can see that now the glue is gonna pop the balloons even more quickly. The paddles are gonna last more, and even further if you go with the bottom cross path. And they're gonna have more Pierce, even more Pierce with the middle cross path. And no longer they're gonna filter out glue targets, so you're gonna still be able to hit them. Instead, with the bottom path, there is more Pierce on the stun. And even more and greater Pierce with the middle cross path, and then also the stun now lasts more. Sniper, now it deals Elite Defender now directly deals bonus mob damage, right? And now this extra damage has been removed from the top cross path. So that's just it. Buccaneer, also a lot of changes here. I don't really understand why. You can see here, less expensive like the top path. Also, the bottom path is going to be less expensive. More damage with the burn, with the damage over time. Now, 130 Buccaneer. Also, the cannon is going to have less attack cooldown, so that means more attack speed. You're going to be able to shoot more cannons. And then some nerfs to the 4th and the middle, and the 5th upgrade in the middle. You can see here, less mob damage, right, with the cannonball, less damage. Less Moab bonus here with the Part Lord, less frag damage, and less frag Moab damage. So yeah, a lot of nerfs. From the heli now, this is quite a huge thing. Now Downdraft is going to remove ice and glue mutators. So every balloon that gets blown backwards is not going to be any more glued or any more iced, any more frozen, right? So that's just it. And it's going to have less cooldown here with the ability. Here a little nerf to Dragon's Breath. Now it's going to have less attack speed, and it's going to do less damage to ceramics. Super Monkey, bottom path, you can see that now the projectiles from the Dark Champion are going to bounce, pretty much like Quincy arrows. Less expensive, more damage to camos, and then Legend of the Night is going to have even more damage to camos and more damage to mobs. Ninja, more, everything here is for Caltrops, you can see here. More Pierce from Caltrops, but less lifespan, and more damage if you go for the 5th upgrade in the bottom, right? From Caltrops, ceramic damage, their damage itself, and the Paragon is going to be less expensive. For the Druid, unfortunately, as you could see even before, the Druid of the Jungle is more expensive, so the 3rd upgrade. And now the 4th upgrade is less expensive, but it doesn't matter because normally most of the times, right, you're gonna just use the 3rd upgrade. So now it's gonna cost more, so that's sad, especially for Hardfish. But yeah, and at least now the ability is gonna give more base cash. And then Spike Factory, less Pierce here for the 3rd upgrade in the top path. Half Pierce for the perma spike, so that's actually a lot. That's a huge nerf to the Pierce. And even the top grass path is going to have less Pierce. It's going to do no more damage, but it has half less Pierce. So that's a huge debuff, especially like considering super ceramics and like normal balloons. It might not affect mobs that much because of the extra damage that you gain, but the Pierce definitely against normal balloons is going to be quite painful for the late game. So yeah. And then for the village, just the buff to the catch ranging towers around it is gonna it's higher now. And lastly, last tower is the engineer. Now 024 engineer is gonna defortify everything that it consumes. Balloon trap deploy rate has been increased, so that means less balloon traps. So they're gonna take like more time to be deployed. But now the 205 is gonna work correctly in terms of reducing the cooldown. So yeah, that's just it. And now on the hero, some changes to Adora. You can see here level 9, she's gonna do less damage to 45 balloons. And once again, Geraldo, this hero, I think they're never gonna be able to properly balance it because of just how how different and how insanely difficult it is to actually, you know, be able to use it correctly. So yeah, a lot of, especially nerfs here, right? And actually buffs here to the level 16, and nerf here to the fertilizer, then actually buff to the rabbit, and to the rabbit as well, and to the rabbit as well, some buffs. And then level 17, the glue or mob class Bloons, then they're gonna have less spears, a lot less spears. You can see right here, half, like actually less than half on everything, on everyone. So yeah. And then there is actually some changes here to the map. The last extra ramp has been added in the last update. So now the traps are gonna stand for less time, and then some changes to the statue, to the ball, you know, that's gonna do additional damage. You can see here it's gonna have more projectile speed, more damage, less Moab damage. So the actual damage to Moab is gonna stay the same, but it's gonna do more damage to Bloons. So that's pretty much it. And then it's gonna be less expensive. And the same here for level 3. So this is for level 2, and this last 4 are gonna be for level 3. And that's it. So those are the upgrades on the patch notes. I'm gonna do as quickly as I can a video on the new tower, Beast Handler. I'm gonna just give you guys my overall opinions and how I view this new tower, how it works. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and see ya. Bye bye.